Usually when you're making coleslaw, you'd add the cabbage and the carrots with a really sweet mayonnaise sauce. But this is my Asian-inspired coleslaw using a sesame seed sauce. First up, we need to crush the seeds. Now I need 150 grams of sesame seeds. I've toasted this in a pan until they're golden brown. Once I crush this in the double force food processor, it's going to start to release its oils and become really sticky. I've attached the chopping blade and then in with the sesame seeds. Now I'm going to set this to high speed and then crush it for at least 1 minute or until it starts to look like sand. Right, once it starts to resemble sand, which it is now, just like a fine crumb, we can add the rest of the ingredients. So some honey for some sweetness, the addition of some mirin, so very Japanese-inspired ingredients, along with some white miso to give it that really sweet, mellow flavour, and a hint of chilli, so these are just chili flakes, a hint of soy sauce for some saltiness, and then I'll add a good squeeze of lemon, and we'll taste it at the end. It may need a little bit more. We'll just balance that once it's all combined. Now I'm going to blitz this for another minute and slowly add in some water until we have a saucy consistency. All right, the sauce is finished. Wow, look at that. It looks like a creamy mayonnaise, but there's no oil whatsoever in this. Now I'm going to pour this into a really large bowl. And now I'm not going to clean this out. I'll just replace the blade with a coarse shredding disc. Just pop it into place. We'll place it back onto the double force food processor. The lid can go on. And now to grate the carrots, simply peel 2 large carrots. We'll place it through the chute one at a time. We'll place the grating function on and we'll let the food processor do all the work. Fantastic. Now I'll take the disc off and we can remove the carrot and place it into that delicious sesame sauce. And now we need to shred the cabbage and a little bit of onion. Now I like to use a slicing disc. We'll place that into its spot. I like this because we get really fine slices of onion and it shreds the cabbage really well. Now I'm using Chinese cabbage, but you could also use Savoy cabbage. And now we're going to change the function to the slicing function and then in with 1 Spanish onion. And for the cabbage, I'll just cut it into rough chunks and then into smaller pieces. And then stalks and all can go in for shredding. All done. I'll tell you what, that beats chopping everything really finely. I'll take that disc out and look how perfect this cabbage is. See how fine it is? That's exactly how I want it for my coleslaw. We'll take the bowl off and we'll just mix all of this together along with those onions. And I will just cover this with cling film and take it to the next barbecue or a picnic and just mix it at the very last minute so everything stays crunchy. So I'll use 2 spoons. We'll give that a toss and then that's ready to serve. Now I'm going to place this in a separate bowl and then I like to dress it with a little bit of fresh coriander on the top. You know, this is a fantastic coleslaw because so much is done in the double force food processor. We've not only made a delicious sesame sauce, but then we've done all the chopping. Within moments, we've made a huge salad for about 10 people.